Well, hey folks, welcome back. Tim here, of course. Gamma VD, easy one today, but necessary. Going to be doing a roof rack delete on the 80 series, how to take them off, how to add the delete hardware. Let's go. This is one job where if you have some time before you want to get into it, it will really benefit you to do some penetrating oil on those screws up there because they are exposed. These trucks are getting to be 30 years old now. That's a lot of weather, a lot of stuff that's just sort of creeped down in there and has corroded those screw threads. And on the 80, you just don't want to have that guy spinning inside your roof. It just creates another project. Nothing you can't handle, but it's just going to add time. Not what you wanted to do today. So best move to do is do this a couple weeks in advance. Every other day, just squirt a little bit in those screws. Let me show you what I'm talking about. These are the screws that we're removing. So really, you're just going to take that penetrating oil and just give it a couple little doses. Clean this up with a paper towel. And just let that sit overnight. Let it sit for a couple days. Let it sit for a week. Keep reapplying. The more you do, the easier that's going to be on you. So I'm only going to take these off. Of course, if you want to take off the ribs, that is your choice. But I like to leave the ribs on personally and just take off this factory rail with the 100-pound capacity. So anyway, lubing those up and then we'll get into it. Taking these out, of course, it's number 2 Phillips, and they should loosen. Now I am cheating a little bit. This rack has been off of here recently, so this might be easier than the time you're going to have, but really just go along and being very careful not to strip those screw heads and remove all of these screws completely. It's 2 per tower. So once you have all 8 screws out, you should be able to just lift it up, take it off. It's easier with a second person. If you're by yourself, you just figure it out. Let's see how it goes for me, huh? So come up here and oh yeah, it's loose. And we just grab the crossbars, get stuck on the garage thing. There we go. And off we go. All right, rack is gone. Couple things, obviously this is your last chance to really clean this up before you go and put another rack on or whatever you're doing. As you can see, this one's already been touched up. It's got the evidence of having the factory rack on there. A lot of times that's going to be rusted, so a little touch-up paint is a good call. But getting a closer look at what we're dealing with, I mean, that is really just it's a weld nut welded from the inside of the roof. So this one looks a little goofy because it's got so much touch-up paint around it. Let's see what's going on in the back here. It's a little more common, what we're used to seeing. And I'll clean that up and I'll show you a little bit more. So yeah, so those are the nuts and what we're working with. Now, what if they didn't come out? How's that work? So that was pretty easy, and I got lucky here. This 80 is in really nice shape. But when this doesn't go well, in my experience, it's really one of 2 things or both that can happen. One is you just strip the heck out of the screw head, and either it was stuck and you just kept going and then this thing gets all mangled. Sometimes this just gets all rusty and it crumbles. Seen those on the 100. You've probably seen that in some other videos. Second thing is that nut, which is attached to, where you see the gray part, it'll just spin in that underneath the roof and it just sits there and spins. And so you just can't get it out. In both ways, the solution is the same. Here's how I do it. I would start with the masking tape around the offending area and tape on the roof as close to that tower as I can, surrounding it, just making sure that I can't scratch the truck as much as possible, because step 2 is going to be the Sawzall. And you want, a nice 9-inch blade, one that can get down under that tower, and you're literally just going to sit here and gently as you can try to cut that bolt in half. It's not that thick, so it doesn't take long. Once you get to it, you'll nip through it pretty quick, but that's how you do it. And then last comment on these 4 ribs. Again, I prefer to leave these on because I think they add value even underneath an aftermarket rack. I like the added protection that they give. I don't think they stick up that high, but it's really your call. If you think cosmetically your rig looks better without them, then by all means take them off. You're going to pull these screws out, and then these little end caps are going to slide out. That's what that looks like. But this really isn't going to come free until you take both of them off. And then this whole track, so it's kind of on a track, but that is all taped down. So it's going to be a little bit of a project to get some goof off, and maybe like a little wheel, on a drill or something, and really work that adhesive off. If you do it with an X-Acto knife, you'll scrape the paint. I've done that. Anyway, I've taken these off. I don't think it's worth the trouble, but you're on your own there. If you do it, go for it. Moving on to our delete hardware. So pretty simple. Moving on to our delete hardware. So pretty simple. We have a couple neoprene washers and some M5 button head cap screws with the large flange head on them. You're going to use a 3mm Allen wrench to put those in. Yeah, just as you expect. Slip the washer over the bolt and drive it down. Now, a couple comments I'd make here. I don't really worry about water on an 80, mainly because, we're up on a hill here. I mean, yeah, if this was sitting under a snowdrift, sure, there might be a potential, but every other newer cruiser, 4Runner, GX, whatever, these roof bolts are all in a trough where water could actually collect. But here, the water should be able to just run off. So I feel like the risk is lower. That said, if you want to sleep a little bit better, if you like to worry about things, you can take the same, Dynaflex that we're using for our installs. You've seen this in every other install video newer than an 80 series. And you could put a little bit of that, just like right on top of that screw. And it's going to do a couple things for you. Obviously, it's going to help seal it. It's a window and door sealant. So it'll, keep it, a little bit more protected from moisture creeping in. But the other thing it does, and probably maybe even the better thing, is that it kind of lubes up the underside of that washer, so that when you go to crank this down, it can actually turn a little bit easier, and it doesn't want to bind up and potentially fold or something. So anyway, your choice there. But I bring those down really and just until I start to make a depression in that washer, and we're good. And there we go. Roof rack deleted, delete hardware installed. Not a ton going on. A couple little tricks. If nothing else, demystifies this. Let you know that it's probably something that you can handle. But of course, let me know your questions. Let me know what else you'd like to see on these videos. I'll see you in the next one.